You might not understand what's going on right now, but the news we're getting every day is just insane. And besides Michael Saylor, Larry Fink from Blackrock, now a hedge fund manager, has also announced that he wants to sell his house for $30 to $35 million and invest $10 million of that into Bitcoin. I could buy that for $35 million. Do you want to get 10 million in Bitcoin? Because I think this is your last chance. It will be trading closer to $1 million. It will be trading closer to gold. And when it trades at $1 million, Bitcoin is on fire. It is gold. He believes this is the last chance since Bitcoin will soon be trading at $1 million and Bitcoin's market capitalization will surpass that of gold. He believes that once Bitcoin reaches this price, it will become boring, much like gold. And interestingly, some of the world's biggest gold advocates are currently switching from the yellow metal to Bitcoin. And honestly, I'm a bit shaken up because Bitcoin should actually already be worth over $500,000 per Bitcoin. Instead, one headline follows another, and the massive buying of Bitcoin is starting to get a little eerie. Every day something new happens and MicroStrategy acts as if they're not buying anything, and then suddenly they pump $500 million into Bitcoin. Guys, what's happening right now is not normal, and this is no longer a coincidence. The old financial system is collapsing before our eyes. And do you remember when I said a few months ago that the US would eventually openly admit to hoarding and buying tens of billions worth of Bitcoin? And that's exactly what's happening right now. States and corporations like BlackRock are grabbing Bitcoin as if there's no tomorrow. BlackRock wants 1 million Bitcoin, and do you understand what that means? What that means for us and also for the price of Bitcoin? And the amount of Bitcoin on exchanges is as low as it hasn't been since 2018. Every week, new companies are popping up just to accumulate more Bitcoin. And if you think this is going to stop anytime soon, you're absolutely wrong. MicroStrategy is currently raising $21 billion just to buy Bitcoin. In 2027, they want to add another $84 billion. Why? Because their stock price has risen by 3,000% since they started buying Bitcoin. And while the big players like BlackRock are buying up everything, we just sit there and shrug our shoulders. Samson Mow, Adam Back, Michael Saylor, all of them are warning, either you buy Bitcoin now or you'll be left behind. That means time is running out. Imagine if Bitcoin increases 5-fold, 10-fold, or even more, or reaches $3 million by 2034. Would you then look back and say, if only I had listened back then, when 38 companies and 14 countries were chasing and buying Bitcoin? So, if you want to build your crypto financial freedom with Bitcoin now, click the link in the description below the video. Watch the video. It's free and only available for a limited time. This isn't hype, this is hyper-Bitcoinization. The rich are getting even richer simply by hoarding and buying Bitcoin. And you? Do you have enough? If you take one thing away from this video, Bitcoin is no longer a game, it's a race, and the clock is ticking. And it's ticking very loudly. Now just imagine, you ask yourself, if 50 or 60% of the people who own Bitcoin today truly believe it's its own asset class, will they keep buying Bitcoin? Will they hold on to their Bitcoin? Will they sell their Bitcoin? Will they recommend it as a permanent part of portfolios? If so, then $200,000 to $250,000 per Bitcoin, as Charles Hoskinson and Brad Garlinghouse from Ripple XRP have suggested, then this Bitcoin price prediction is set far too low, because in that case, the price could actually head toward $500,000 per Bitcoin. Even Bloomberg seems to sense this because they have changed the price notation on their platform and now talk about needing just 0.1 Bitcoin to become a millionaire. That's a subtle yet loud signal that the market still has plenty of room to grow. And then there's Eric Trump, the son of Donald Trump, who openly says that he's all in on Bitcoin. He talks non-stop about Bitcoin mining, American energy dominance, and the vision of the USA becoming the Bitcoin capital of the world. And for him, all of this brings together everything he loves: America, hard assets like real estate, data centers, and a cryptocurrency that is leading the digital transformation. And Eric Trump emphasizes how important it is to mine Bitcoin in the USA using American energy, at costs far below the current market price. According to him, this is a unique opportunity to combine technology, energy efficiency, and patriotism. His goal: to become the largest Bitcoin mining company in the country. If we don't achieve this, he says, we will have underestimated ourselves. A developer really believes that this sector is growing rapidly, but so few people have truly grasped what it means to be at the forefront of digital transformation. And because of this transformation, they are able to mine Bitcoin. Using US energy is crucial, as it brings together expertise and resources. It's a bit like real estate on one side, and in the world of cryptocurrency, that's what is leading the way. I'm taking advantage of opportunities for growth, so it's great for a project like this. I'm really excited. I've put my heart and soul into it. And to Whitney, why go public so early? What does being in the public market offer you at this stage? PU, thank you. Do you want that kind of exposure? Right. There are a few key things about being in the public market. It gives you access to capital. If you look at it now, you can see how well the MicroStrategy model has performed. You know, like Michael Saylor.
I think, in this community, there's probably a fire in every single person in this room about what he did. But the chief it's a very different spin-off, and that's notable. And, instead of just copying it over the counter, we're actually going out and creating it, mining it. I would absolutely do that and doing it with them. It's an amazing, amazing company. It's got some of the best data centers anywhere that get the best energy contracts anywhere. And again, there's this great passion and love for bringing together two elements of the world that I adore. One of the things the president said on the campaign trail was, do you want all future Bitcoin to be mined in the US? Reflecting on that goal and that ambition, are you looking to make yourself the biggest Bitcoin mining company in the country? Yeah, if we weren't, I think we'd be falling, off the line. In short, I think we can be, and I think we'll get there, absolutely. So those are our aspirations. And we're a very American family, and we want America to do everything the best, right? Not that I don't spend time all around the world. I'm in real estate. That's what I do every day. But we want America to lead the world in everything. My father wanted America to lead the world in the digital revolution. He certainly wants, America to lead the world in terms of low-cost energy production, because that's good for every industry, that's good for every citizen. It's certainly good for Bitcoin mining. And so I think we have the potential to do it. I mean, Mackenzie, try and mine Bitcoin in the UK right now. Good luck, right? You'd be so deep underwater, it's not even funny. You can go to Texas, you can get natural gas that's being flared off of oil wells. You can get it for basically free. Combine that with all the solar power they have out there, all the wind power, all the wind generation they have in West Texas. And there are times when you can literally have basically free energy, which gives the United States such a huge competitive advantage over any other country in the world, especially compared to Europe. And so many of the well-established countries, they couldn't even come close to competing.
But Eric Trump is not alone. Michael Saylor from MicroStrategy has already shown, with his aggressive Bitcoin purchasing strategy, how to attract both attention and capital. Eric praises Saylor as an inspiration, but emphasizes that his own approach is different. Instead of buying Bitcoin through OTC dealers over the counter, they mine Bitcoin themselves efficiently with partners like Hut 8, who have state-of-the-art data centers and favorable energy contracts. According to Eric Trump, this gives the United States a huge advantage. For example, in Texas, there are times when surplus wind and solar energy, or even flared natural gas, can be used almost for free. And in Europe or other countries, Bitcoin mining would hardly be profitable by comparison, according to Eric Trump. And Donald Trump's demand that all future Bitcoins should be mined in the USA fits perfectly into this strategy. Eric Trump sees this not only as an opportunity for his company, but also as a way to bring America back to the top of the world, just as his father intends to do with energy policy and the digital revolution. But why Bitcoin in the first place? And this is where a well-known investor and former gold enthusiast comes into play, who now considers Bitcoin to be the superior asset. His argument? The US government is indirectly supporting Bitcoin because it modernizes the financial system while not threatening the dollar as the global standard.
Implicit in everything that the US is doing is a move to reject the dollar as a public good, which means the dollar is no longer being treated as something freely available to all. Instead, the US is now working to put a price around it, making its use and access more restricted than before. Part of it is an embracement. Bitcoin is pro-public, pro-US government policy. And if you want to be long a risk asset, you'd bloody damn better be long the asset that the government likes. The only way you're really going to make it, in my opinion, is to find the single most volatile risk asset that is in a truly profound uptrend, and then buy as much as you possibly can.
If you want to own a risk asset, he says, then bet on the one the government likes, and Bitcoin is being increasingly accepted while gold is losing influence. Sure, central banks can still hoard a lot of gold, but it doesn't change the geopolitical balance of power. Bitcoin, on the other hand, is digital, easy to transfer, and scarce. Only 21 million will ever exist. And the hedge fund manager goes even further. He considers Bitcoin to be the asset with the best convexity, meaning the highest upside potential. While real estate, stocks, or bonds can hardly increase tenfold, that's realistic for Bitcoin, especially if interest rates fall again, as the hedge fund manager predicts. Gold may shine, he says, but Bitcoin is the future. For him, the calculation is simple. If Bitcoin is ever worth as much as gold is today, the price will reach $1 million per coin, and will probably go even higher. And he considers that more plausible than gold suddenly being worth 10 times as much. But caution, anyone who owns Bitcoin must also take on responsibility. The recent incident at Coinbase, where data was leaked, shows how risky it is to leave your coins on exchanges. True sovereignty means controlling your private keys yourself, even if that seems intimidating at first. And if you want to store your Bitcoin and crypto securely, click the link in the description. So what can you do now? The hedge fund manager has some advice. Find the most volatile asset in a clear upward trend and buy as much as you can. In his case, that's Bitcoin, with only 21 million coins and ever-increasing usage, whether for groceries or billion-dollar portfolios, and demand is set to explode even further. And now Eric Trump, Michael Saylor, and even politicians are jumping on the Bitcoin bandwagon. That's why you need to take action now. And if you want to achieve financial freedom through Bitcoin and crypto, click the link in the description below the video, watch the video, it's free and only available for a short time. What's important is that you act now, before it's too late.